Shalom, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. This is the first video of the book of Jasher now. So now we are going to do a whole series throughout the book of Jasher, readings and etc. to read to you guys what it says in the book of Jasher that was not included in the book of Genesis. So this subject is talking about more details on what happened between Cain and Abel. So there are details in the book of Jasher about what happened between the two that's not in the book of Genesis. And this is just a reading to have you all know like what happened in more details. So we're gonna start off Jasher chapter 1, verse 12. The 11 verses prior, this is like the same stuff that's already in the book of Genesis, talking about the creation, how Yahuwah created the heavens and the earth, and obviously what happened with Adam and Eve, stuff like that we already know about. So now we're going to start off on verse 12, and this is when the more details will start. All right. Verse 12 from chapter 1 in the book of Jasher. And Yahuwah drove them that day from the Garden of Eden, drove Adam and Eve out, unto till the ground from which they were taken, and they went and dwelt to the east of the Garden of Eden. And Adam knew his wife Eve, and she bore 2 sons and 3 daughters. Oh yeah, the book of Genesis didn't mention the 3 daughters, but the book of Jasher does and the book of Jubilees. They both actually mentioned that Adam and Eve had 3 daughters. So it wasn't just 2 sons they had, it was 3 daughters also. Verse 13, she called the name of the firstborn Cain, saying, I have gotten a man from Yahuwah. And the name of the other she called Abel, for she said, in worthlessness we came into the earth, and worthlessness we shall be taken from it. And the boys grew up, and their father gave them a possession in the land, and Cain was a tiller of the ground, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep. And it came to be at the passing of a few years that they brought approximating offering to Yahuwah, and Cain brought from the fruit of the ground, and Abel brought from the firstlings of his flock, from the fat of it. And Yahuwah turned and inclined to Abel and his offering, and a fire came down from Yahuwah from the heavens and consumed it. And Yahuwah did not turn to Cain and his offering, and he did not incline to it, for he had brought from the inferior fruit of the ground before Yahuwah, and Cain was jealous against his brother Abel because of this, and he sought to a pretense to slay him. And in some time after, Cain and Abel his brother went one day into the field to do their work. And they were both in the field, Cain tilling and plowing the ground, and Abel feeding his flock. And the flock passed over that part which Cain had plowed in the ground, and for this it bitterly grieved Cain. And Cain approached his brother Abel in wrath, and he said to him, What is there between you and I, that you came to dwell and bring your flock to feed in my land? And Abel answered his brother Cain and said to him, What is there between you and I, that you should eat the flesh of my flock and clothe yourself with their wool? And now therefore put off the wool of my sheep with which you have clothed yourself, and recompense me for their increase and flesh which you have eaten. And when you shall have done this, I will then go from your land as you have said. And Cain said to his brother Abel, Indeed, if I slay you this day, who will require your blood from me? And Abel answered Cain, saying, indeed, Yahuwah, who has made us in the earth, he will avenge my cause, and he will require my blood from you, should you slay me. For Yahuwah is the judge and authority, and it is he who will repay man according to his evil, and the wicked man according to wickedness, that he may do upon the earth. And now, if you should slay me here, indeed, Yahuwah knows your secret thoughts and will judge you for the evil which you declared to do to me this day. And when Cain heard the words which Abel his brother had spoken, see, the wrath of Cain was kindled against his brother Abel for declaring this word. And Cain hastened and rose up and took the iron part of his plow and instrument, with which he suddenly smote his brother, and he slew him. And Cain spilled the blood of his brother Abel upon the earth, and the blood of Abel streamed upon the earth before the flock. And after this, Cain repented, having slain his brother, and he was sadly grieved, and he wept over him, and it troubled him exceedingly. And Cain rose up and dug a hole in the field wherein he put his brother's body, and he turned the dust over it. And Yahuwah known what Cain had done to his brother, and Yahuwah appeared to Cain and said to him, where is Abel your brother that was with you? And Cain pretended and said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And Yahuwah said to him, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the ground where you have slain him. For you have slain your brother and have pretended before me, and thought in your heart that I did not see you, nor knew all your actions. But you did this matter and slew your brother for naught, but because he spoke rightly to you. And now therefore cursed are you from the ground, which opens its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand, wherein you buried him. And it shall be, when you shall till it, it shall no more give you its strength as in the beginning, for the ground shall produce thorns and thistles, and you shall be moving and wandering in the earth till the day of your death. At the time Cain went out from the presence of Yahuwah, from the place where he was, and he went moving and wandering in the land towards the east of Eden, he and all belonging to him. And Cain knew his wife in those days, and she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Enoch. This is a different Enoch, not the same one that's well known. Saying, in that time Yahuwah began to give him rest and quiet in the earth. At that time Cain also began to build a city, and he built the city and called the name of the city Enoch, according to the name of his son. For in those days Yahuwah had given him rest upon the earth, and he did not move about and wander as in the beginning. And Irad was born to Enoch, and Irad brought forth Mehulah, and Methulah brought forth Methuselah. All right, so that is, I think, it. So that was it for chapter 1. All right, yeah, that's it for this subject. I know this is a short subject. I try to make the subject as short as possible, just in case people are too busy, or can only have time to listen to short videos or whatever. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy this video. Let me know if you have any questions and everything, and I hope you have a wonderful day.